What's up guys, Robert Octal Carnivore. Now, how many grams of sugar, how many teaspoons of sugar are we actually consuming in a day? So let's break it down by looking at a generically healthy on paper average day of eating when somebody's might start eating like this if they're trying to lose weight and be healthy and be conscious. Let's start with a nice healthy breakfast. We're going to have some oatmeal or porridge, whatever you call it. So we're going to have some milk in there for it. We're going to have a glass of orange juice and a banana. That sounds pretty good, right? This is how many teaspoons of sugar you're having in that meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could take a while. Let's speed it up. 21.5 teaspoons of sugar in that meal. Let's move on to the next one. For lunch, nice and healthy, a sandwich, but we're going to use whole wheat bread, couple of slices, whatever filling you want to go for. Might just be a little bit of luncheon meat, whatever. And we'll have a healthy granola bar as well. Let's have a look how many teaspoons of sugar is in that meal. 10.5 teaspoons of sugar in that seemingly healthy meal. Evening meal, we're going to have a nice healthy jacket potato with some tuna and cheese on. That sounds not too bad, right? How many teaspoons of sugar do you think is in that meal? That's another 9 teaspoons of sugar added on for the day. And let's be honest, we might have a few cheeky biscuits or a little sweet tooth coming at night. Everyone reaches for a snack. So let's look at just 3 Oreo cookies. 10.5 teaspoons of sugar in just 3 cookies. And let's be honest, we're eating the whole sleeve. Who's having just 3 of those? That is added to your total for the day. So honestly, working with clients, that is like an average day of eating when somebody first comes to me and they're making a conscious effort of trying to be better. Total sugar for the day, total number of teaspoons represented here, 51.5 teaspoons of sugar for the day, and that is not even including tons of snacks and alcohol on top. And that was small portions. I looked at this average serving size that people, let's be honest, hand on heart, eat a lot more than that. 51.5. A lot of people will be thinking, no, that's not right at all. It is, and it's because, and manufacturers know this, they're not stupid. You know, they're very misleading, a lot of fallacy. It might say total grams of carbohydrates on the back of something. It might say per 100 gram there might be 60 gram of carbohydrates. Then it might say of which sugars only 2.3 grams. That is completely wrong, because that 60 gram of carbohydrates that might be labelled as starch or whatever, they are broken down into this before it reaches your bloodstream. So all carbohydrates, this is the whole point of the video, all carbohydrates are broken down into sugar before our body and our cells can use them. So it doesn't matter if it's come from a banana, a can of Coke, or a potato, it all ends up like this. So looking at this probably below average intake of sugar for the day, how many out of this 51.5 tablespoons of sugar do you think should be in our bloodstream at one time? It's 1. Now, this video is not all on demonizing sugar. It's more just making people aware that what we put in our bodies, and also the fallacy of manufacturers trying to cover up what's actually in their products. But let's be honest, this is contributing, causing, maintaining and worsening type 2 diabetes, which is a chronic metabolic condition of too much sugar in your bloodstream. Which do you think is going to be the healthy option? This is where the power of low carb, ketogenic, carnivore type diets comes in, where you're looking at this sort of intake for the day. And bear in mind, this isn't come from food. Your body will naturally make this via gluconeogenesis, because this is what it wants at any one time in its bloodstream. Your body's capable of doing that itself without having to ingest all this crap and deal with all that. But do your own research, make your own decisions. I hope this helps. Cheers, guys.